XRP. XRP is a beast waiting in the wings at the moment after successfully sort of defeating the SEC in the legal battles over the past couple of years. You know, they are looking primed for breakouts right now. It does look like they've broken out of a fairly significant symmetrical triangle they've been in for a while. But more than that, as they are growing towards basically being the de facto place to build a CBDC, their growth is going to be inevitable. So I want to take a look at what this can hit in price in the next bull cycle, or in this bull cycle. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. I expected they were going to make me a lot of money in the bull cycle. So as you can see, these are what they were cost when I recorded them and released the videos. These are the highs that these coins hit in under a year and a half. And these are the profits that you'd have made if you'd have just put in $100 and then sat on them for about 16 months and then sold. And if you'd done that for all the coins, your total profit from all the coins would have been over 123 grand. And again, in under a year and a half, it's not bad. Now, I sold these, but I share the coins that I'm in, that I have right now on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think is going to make me a lot of cash, I jump onto the site, tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in. Members can copy along exactly, which means they make the exact same profit as me, but all the work is removed. That's why we have thousands and thousands of members on the site, because they're making great money in crypto, but they don't have to know anything about it. And if you want to see what they've made, that is on copymycrypto.com. If you want to see what I've said in the past, that's also there. It's also all public record. It's all on the history of this channel. We're in a bull cycle right now. And if you don't have your portfolio sorted, or you're thinking you're going to wait 6 or 7 months, that's going to be too late and you're going to have missed out on a lot of profits. So check out Copy My Crypto, see what the service is all about, because if you don't have your portfolio sorted yet, it's a service you may well want to try. Now, XRP. So XRP is currently priced at around 63 cents. Now, it's worth noting, look, technically it's in a long-term downtrend. However, obviously during 2021, it suffered immense price suppression due to the SEC, the nature of the SEC court case. That has since been resolved. XRP won that, or Ripple, whoever, the company behind XRP won that. As a result, it's very possible that that downtrend that it was in is no longer valid, and it will break to an all-time high. Now, they launched the XRP Ledger, which is an open source decentralized tech, which benefits from really low cost, really fast speed, and good solid scalability. But really, the evolution of XRP has come from the fact that RippleNet specifically is a perfect sort of solution for what the banks currently suffer with, which is the cost for doing cross-border payments and the lag and delay. RippleNet resolves all of that in an instant. And the actual jewel in the crown of all of this is RippleNet. But they have added more and more to this. They now have a basic startup system for people that want to try and launch, or governments that want to try and launch a CBDC. Now, I go into CBDCs quite a lot. I think they're a terrible goddamn concept. I think it's a perfect way to get us all to be slaves in the system. However, they are coming into fruition. There's just no doubt about it. We've been slowly transitioning to a cashless society, which is a terrible concept, but the companies or the infrastructure that's the backbone of CBDCs are going to end up being worth an immense amount of money. And it looks very likely XRP is going to be one, or XRP as the coin, but RippleNet and everything else around it is going to be the infrastructure that does that. So the value here, the potential is enormous. So the founders are David Schwartz, Jed McCaleb, and Arthur Brito, who launched the XRP Ledger with the XRP currency. And in September of that year, along with Chris Larson, they founded the company that obviously we all know as Ripple. So what makes it unique is that it has multiple different use cases, not least of which is micropayments and DeFi. The XRP ledger supports enterprises as well as Python, Java, and JavaScript developers with the ability to develop, right? And on the XRP website, developers can access different tutorials to help them get through to start using different coding languages. The fact that it's open to so many coding languages is really positive as well, because fundamentally developers struggle moving from coding language to coding language. So having as many as possible is useful for bringing as many developers as possible. The 5 main applications of the ledger are the payments, the tokenization, DeFi, CBDCs, and stablecoins. Now, before we get more into that, a word from our sponsor. So Go Mining is a place where you can actually mine Bitcoin via NFTs. It's a very clever system, in which case, if you're interested in starting to accrue Bitcoin, mining via an NFT is a brilliant way to do this. Now, all these NFTs are backed by real mining rigs that are set up. And say I wanted to create a miner, I could decide what level of terahash computing power I wanted. Obviously, the more powerful the more computing power, the more it's going to cost me. But let's say I wanted a mining rig with 128 terahash. Energy efficiency is roughly 35 watts per terahash. So my average rewards per month would be roughly 0.006 Bitcoin a month, which would basically equate to roughly $400 based on what it is right now. Now, what would that cost me? That would cost me $2,761. But obviously that would be paid off in 7 months. And that's based on the fact that Bitcoin, it stays at the price that it's in. But if obviously Bitcoin goes up, it's going to make a lot more. So it will take a lot less time to pay back. And what I do like about this system is that effectively, look, they have a fully fledged, enormous mining setup. And then to offset some of the costs, you can utilize the NFTs to do this. And the tokenomics of the Go Mining coin are actually really clever. So as you can see, they've already burnt 10 million of the coins. So the current supply is 426 million, but their target supply is 100 million. So they are heavily making this deflationary. And as a result, the value of this coin is going to go up long term, because fundamentally right now you can get fully passive income in Bitcoin doing absolutely nothing other than buying an NFT. And the setup for it is damn easy. You can also sell your NFT rig. So if you decided at some point, you know what, I don't want my rig anymore, you can go onto the marketplace and sell it. So they've got a complete system in place. So it's not like you're going to sit there and go, after 3 months you go, you know what, I don't want the mining rig anymore. You could sell it, no issue. And as a result, you'd be able to get a pretty damn good price for it. You know, as you can see, this has 21.6 terahash, but it's up for sale at $2,700. So they've got a fully fledged marketplace up and running. Along with a perfect system in place for you to literally earn without doing any work at all. And it couldn't be easier. All you've got to do is set up an account, and then once your account is set up, create the miner that you want and buy it. And, you know, you can, obviously you've got to do that based on the money that you're willing to spend and stuff, but this is going to give you daily payouts. Like, I know when I did that, it said like monthly, but that was just because I was putting it up there. So say I wanted 32 terahash, let's go daily. So the daily payouts are about $3. Total cost for this would be about $750. So it's not going to take me long to pay that back. Again, looking at 6-7 months based on Bitcoin not changing in terms of price. But obviously we're in a bull cycle now, so Bitcoin is rising. And guys, there's a link in the description for Go Mining that's worth checking out, because right now, like I said, you can join up, create your own miner and start passively earning. And you know what? The token itself as well, as they add discounts on NFT maintenance, as they make this coin more deflationary, this is going to gain value as well. So definitely a project worth checking out, guys. Now back to XRP. So XRP is, well, let's talk about the SEC. So Ripple Labs have been locked in a legal battle with the SEC for a long time, since the end of 2020, right before the previous bull cycle. Once this happened, it has been a back and forth and quite, vicious little battle between Gary Gensler, SEC, and XRP. And most companies were targeted by the SEC in a similar manner, to the way Ripple were targeted. However, a lot of people just settled. The Ripple did not do that. Ripple went full blown and went in a full blown legal battle, which they won. They didn't meet the Howey test. It was kind of a partial win. It was an interesting one, but overall, this matter is resolved now. As a result, price suppression is gone. And look, they are, at this moment in time, setting up an enormous ecosystem of CBDCs. We've already seen multiple governments ready to trial XRP as this RippleNet, and the XRP ledger as a system for the CBDCs. How XRP is going to have gains is going to be completely dependent on that CBDC growth. As I've said, and as I'll continue to say, it is a terrible concept to have a CBDC. It is, for me, one step away from effectively implementing some sort of social credit system that will go horribly wrong for a lot of people. But the technology that's going to underpin them is going to be massive. And look, if Ripple, XRP, I'm going to flitter between both those words. If they land CBDC for America, this hits $1 trillion market cap. They'd be underpinning a CBDC for the most powerful country in the world and the most used currency in the world. Now, it may be tricky for them to land America purely off of the basis that of everything that happened with the SEC. However, their technology has been cited by multiple banks in America from from who was it? We had Goldman Sachs referencing RippleNet. There was, who else? Bunch of them. But they were like highlighting RippleNet as a potential solution to the cross-border payment situation. And that is one of the banking system's largest sort of costs and frustrations. There is an immense time delay in cross-border payments. There is an additional cost that is unnecessary and would be eradicated by using something like the XRP ledger or RippleNet. If they landed the EU, say they landed the euro as a CBDC, this goes through the roof. If they land America, obviously it goes through the roof. But even if it's just a steady and slow move in terms of getting the market share of CBDCs across the world, this will do something spectacular. I actually don't think XRP need to focus on DeFi or NFTs or anything like that. And while, again, I hate the concept of a CBDC, it's where the money is. And if they land a bunch of them, yeah, like this does something special. I think there is a really strong chance XRP breaks its downtrend. $5 is a fair target. should achieve that in the next bull cycle if they land 2 or 3 decent CBDCs, not even big countries. If they land America, this goes to $20. I don't know how that sounds, but it does. Why wouldn't it be worth $1 trillion if it's underpinning the most used currency in all the world? Look, the reality is over the course of time, we are going to see other cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, having $1 trillion market cap. I expect that we'll see Ethereum hit $1 trillion this bull cycle. XRP could do that if it was to land a big CBDC. But if you are pro CBDCs, the biggest recommendation I have is to look into that and understand how that can work, because that could go horribly wrong for a lot of people. And if you don't realize that, then you do need to look into it. Overall, though, look, I think XRP is going to break its downtrend. I think $5 is a good target. I'm not sure about $10. There is a fund manager here that's incredibly bullish on XRP, thinking that it could hit $10 or more. And he even envisions a scenario where it hits 3 or 4 digit values. That, again, would be immensely dependent on CBDCs. And that's pretty much what he says. I'm not sure about $100. I don't think that's achievable this year or next year, but maybe in 10 years, it could well be. But as I said, XRP has broken out of a downtrend that it's been in for a while. XRP Captain tweeted this out. This is the 3-day chart. It's broken out of the symmetrical triangle, so there is a pretty strong move for XRP imminently. And like I said, I think $5 is a fair target. And again, $20 is achievable if it was to land the CBDC for America. In fact, then maybe $100. But that ain't happening in a year or 2 years. That's going to take a while. Governments are notoriously slow, so CBDCs, whilst they are coming, I think they're not going to be, I don't think we're going to see every country on the planet jumping at that anytime soon. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is head over to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with my members every single coin I own. Anytime I want to add to my portfolio, anytime I find a coin that I think is going to make me a lot of cash, I jump onto the site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, the profits I think it can have, and the percentage of my cash I'm going to put in, and the members can copy along exactly. This means the members will make the exact same profit as me, but the nice added bonus is they don't have a dot of work to do, which is why we have thousands and thousands of members on the site, because they're making great money in crypto and they're not having to do a single bit of work. And if you want to see what they've made, that's on the site. If you want to see what I've said in the past about coins like Phantom, when no one was speaking about Phantom, that's on the site. And it's all public record on the history of this channel. We are in a bull cycle. If you are going to wait a year to get your crypto portfolio sorted, you're going to have missed all the profits that you could have had. So if you haven't got your portfolio sorted, check out Copy My Crypto to see if it's a service that you want to try, because time, guys, is of the essence. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.